after having some time to decompress after the final episode of Good Omens, these are my thoughts and feelings on it. I will start by saying I don't think I've ever seen a fandom be so divided in their opinion on an ending of a show. It seems like people are either one way or the other. People are either really love it, you know, they feel like it's come to a good conclusion, and then there's the other half of people that, you know, are going through the turmoil of it right now. So yeah. Also, content warning for this is my opinion.
That's my opinion!
This is my opinion, okay? There were many moments during this episode that I really loved. And I'm not gonna lie, I was crying the whole way through, okay? Not a dry eye in the house. But ultimately, I'm a bit disappointed. I'm a bit disappointed, and I'm gonna go into the things that disappointed me, okay? In regards to the way it ended, the fact that now God, the devil, heaven, hell, angels and demons are no longer in existence, I can understand why that's the ending, okay? Think about Terry Pratchett. He was a big old atheist, so it does kind of make sense that it would have this sort of atheist ending to the show, that all of that sort of belief and religion of it would be eradicated. But it doesn't mean that I like it. Doesn't mean that I like it, okay? Those two characters at the end, you know, the human versions of Crowley and Aziraphale. Who's that? Who are they? They're not the characters that we've come to know and love, alright? Like, definitely not Crowley. Who is she? Where did you find her? Sort of thing. It didn't sit right with me, the fact that, like, 6,000 years of a slow burn of their friendship, of everything they've done together, suddenly is no longer in existence. They're basically dead. Like, so, yeah, it was cute to see these two old men at the end sitting in a garden outside their South Downs cottage. It was cute, it was sweet, it was lovely. But that's not Crowley and Aziraphale to me. Sorry, it's not. Like, I don't know who they are. I don't know who they are. One of the major things for me before this episode aired, I made videos on it, is that I needed Aziraphale's apology to be really heartfelt, to be, like, earned, to be a prominent thing, to see what he has learned from what he's done, kind of thing. I'm sorry, we didn't even get a proper apology. We just got him going, I need you to forgive me. I need you to forgive me. Try to do the apology dance. And then Crowley just going, yeah, fine, okay, I forgive you. Considering as well, he spent a lot of this episode going, oh, I just need you to help me find Jesus. I just need your help. Like, he had plenty to apologise for, in my mind, a little bit. So, Also, there was a plot hole that I just could not get over while I was watching it. And the plot hole was, why didn't Michael just rip out both Aziraphale and Crowley's pages from the Book of Life? Especially Aziraphale's. Like, surely, like, Michael would have ripped out the Metatrons one and then ripped out Aziraphale's, right? Because, like, Aziraphale was a main person that was standing in their way. And I just didn't get that. I think there was a lot of logistics when it came to the Book of Life that just, I didn't really understand. I didn't get it. Jesus was amazing. Jesus was so lovable. Like, I instantly fell in love with him. And he was so underutilised. Like, so underutilised. But I guess there was a lot of things during this episode that I could see the framework of what would have been a full season. I could see what they wanted to do. They just didn't have the means to do it, which I can appreciate. I can see what they wanted to do. It's just, When we had the moment of Aziraphale going to Crowley, what is it that you want? What is it that we do here when, you know, the next question? And Crowley goes, you know what I want. And I was there going, oh, he's going to say him. He's going to say Aziraphale. And then he goes, I want free will for humanity. I was like, I'm sorry, what? Has this man not spent, this demon, has this demon not spent so much time, you know, being like, I want to get away with Aziraphale. I want to just spend time with Aziraphale. We've done so much for humanity already. It just felt like a very quick change in, like, intentions. Very quick. Don't know where that came from. To be honest with you, I got the same reaction from that I did when I watched that scene in fucking Stranger Things where Will went, you need to hear this too. Everybody does. It had the same fucking thing to me. I'm not gonna lie. And now we're gonna get on to a big situation. A big talking point. And that was the fact that Crowley and Aziraphale didn't kiss. Yeah, they didn't kiss. Which means, canonically, the demon Crowley and the angel Aziraphale have only ever had an unhappy, strained kiss. They've never had a happy kiss, guys. They've never had one. And I'm not gonna lie, I got zero buzz off this. I was a bit like, oh, what was that? What was that? Okay. There was something about the fact that they just didn't kiss at all that just didn't sit right with me, okay? It felt a bit weird. And then I came across a little piece from an article last night that was from the director, Rachel Talalay. That's what we're going to go with. And this is what she said. Yes, I mean there were conversations throughout, quite specific in the script about that there wasn't another huge kiss. And the main conversation with Michael and David was, what could we do that means more than what it was in season 2? And the answer is the plotline is greater than what happened in season 2. But another kiss would be, and I know I say this with great love for the fandom because I know they desperately want, and they can write their whole sex scenes in fanfics. But definitely, the whole group together felt like another kiss would be the same or less, and therefore really heading toward the emotion of it. What a weird thing to say. What a weird thing to say. If Crowley and Aziraphale were a heterosexual couple, I don't think there would be any question to whether they would kiss again. This idea that if they kissed, it would detract from the romance of it, that their love for eternity. And also, why are you bringing up fanfic sex scenes into this? Why are you bringing that up? I don't think a lot of people actually wanted that kiss to be inherently sexual. A large part of the fandom view Crowley and Aziraphale as asexual. So why? Why would... It's just... I think it's a really bizarre move to make, considering there has been a rise in queer baiting in TV shows lately. Okay, not that Good Omens is queer baiting, it's definitely not, it's straight up gay. And the current climate of the world, to just be like, well, we're not going to make them kiss. It's just going to take away from the love of it. I just think that's bizarre. And you thought this was better? Okay, Rachel, like, weird move. Weird ass move. Ultimately, I think it's a great ending for people who love a Crowley and Aziraphale human AU, and they don't mind it being slightly out of character, which each their own. If you like those kind of fanfics, great. But I don't like a human AU. I don't. And the tone of this episode felt very different from season 2. I also felt like there was the trans element of season 2, right? That was kind of stripped away in this episode. It just... Crowley and Aziraphale and the show being cisgendered men, instead of being like, you know, genderless or gender fluid beings. And they even changed God's pronouns back from they to she, which I think is a choice. I think is a little bit of a choice. And as somebody who, you know, discovered a lot about themselves, like their gender journey, through watching Good Omens season 2, I just felt a slight difference there. But ultimately, yeah, these are like, there were some parts of it I really enjoyed, and I could honestly see the framework for what would have been a full season if they had the means to do it. And I'm glad that there are some people in this fandom that like the ending. I'm glad. I'm just not one of those people. Like, so those are my thoughts and feelings on it. I'm just praying that the vampire Lestat pulls through now, because I'm sick of this gay torment that's happening with TV at the minute. It's not sitting right with me.